Good morning, traders. This is Frank Chally with RJO Futures in Chicago, coming to you on Tuesday morning, May 22nd, with morning commentary in the grain markets. Now, in the electronics session, grains are lower across the board. Corn is about 7 or 8 lower, soybeans 4 to 5 lower, and wheat's trading 18 lower. In the outside markets, we have the dollar up, we have the treasuries down, equities mixed. Right now, we can see that China and Europe are trying to do what they can to spur their economies, but right now the market's having a little trouble, embracing that risk on today. But the story with the grains is we're trading weather right now, and traders are becoming very concerned with the hot and dry weather. Now, I just told you grains are lower across the board, so it's not right now embracing that attitude either, but traders are very concerned with hot and dry weather. The soil moisture content is rapidly declining. We did not have enough moisture over the winter, so any sustained period of hot and dry is going to rapidly dry out the soil, could stress the crops, and we can be in trouble. Any shortcoming, especially in soybeans, and we're going to become very concerned with the supply. Now, yesterday afternoon, we get the weekly crop progress and crop condition ratings. Everything's moving along at pretty much a record pace right now. Corn planting 96% complete and 77% of the crop rated good to excellent. Now, both of these are record numbers. However, it doesn't mean we're going to get a record yield in the end. Normally, the crop gets planted early, we get off to a good start, that's when we get a bumper crop. But we have a lot of weather ahead of us, and it's still yet unknown whether we're going to get a record yield, something that we need to start to rebuild a cushion in the supply. Now, soybeans planting moving at a record pace also. Was reported 76% complete, and there's also lots of talk of a double crop this year. Get the wheat out of the ground down south and get some soybeans planted down there. Now, again, that doesn't mean that in the end we're going to get a comfortable supply. It may take more than one season to rebuild the stocks in the soybeans and the corn right now. Soybeans also are going to need a very big yield. We're going to need some additional acres. We're going to need some big yields to feel comfortable with the supply. And in order for that to happen, we need weather to improve. We need rain, or we're seriously going to start to stress that crop. So right now, I think the path of least resistance in the grain markets is probably higher based on weather. We start to build premium, weather premium, into the price of the crops this time of year. Get to the wheat real quick here. That market quickly went from being oversold. We had a record short position in there. We went from being oversold to overbought. This market will probably do a little back and fill action over the next week or two. We'll keep an eye on the weather situation down there, but I think eventually wheat prices start to ease up a little bit and just get their direction from corn. Again, real quick, the soil moisture content is rapidly declining. That is really what the headline is now, so keep an eye on the weather. There's much more to talk about with these grain markets. However, I'm limited on the time here, so please feel free to give me a call, 800-826-4124, or you could shoot me an email. You'll find us on the RJO Futures website. And as always, remember that trading commodity futures does involve substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for everyone. Thank you.